So this is an Elddis Crusader Zephyr. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it works. Front of the van, you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake. Then you've got your gas bottle tie downs in the front and your gas regulator at the top with a changeover valve. So whichever way the arrow is pointing up the top here, depends on which bottle you're going to run off. At the moment we've got a gas bottle connected just to demonstrate everything's working, and the gas pipe itself is a reverse thread fitting. On the side of the van you've got a gas flue just here for the heating and hot water systems. You've then got wind down leg on each corner of the van, as you'd expect to see. Water pump connection coming into the side of the caravan. We've done that so you can see the water system working. Battery box with the battery. It's not connected at the moment, but the battery box is there with the battery in there just to demonstrate everything's working again. And then mains power lead coming into the van. Motor mover and wheel nuts. Motor mover, very simple to use. Lock it over into place on the bar on the side here. It's inside the van. You lock it into place. Turn the power switch on that's just in the locker behind the power lead just here. Turn on the controller with the two green buttons, and it's a simple case of backwards, forwards, side to side. Toilet accept. These haven't changed for a number of years. Release accept by pulling up the orange handle and pulling towards you. Orange pressure relief button on the back for when you're tipping the waste away. Neck here, turn out to tip the waste out, and before you use this you'll put 1 litre of water in and a cap full of the blue fluid. No flush tank on this particular van, it runs off the water system. Coming round to the back of the van, you've got your wind down legs on either side, which at the moment we haven't got down, we're just demonstrating the van on video. Underbed storage lockers, fridge vents on the side of the caravan, again as you can see. A locker for underneath the seating at the front, and your barbecue gas point also. You've then got your leg winders also at the front of the van. Coming inside of the van, the switch you see there with the green on is the main power switch for the caravan. So if that isn't on, you can have no power. I'm just going to make sure everything's turned on, ready to demonstrate it. Light switches, light switch, water pump run, internal water pump and external. We're going to run it off the external at the moment just to demonstrate the water system is working. You've got your battery voltage and your onboard, sorry about that, didn't mean to brighten that up, but on this screen as well you've got the percentage of water that's left in the onboard tank. Above that you've got your Elddis control panel, which we'll go through in a moment. So to fill the water system on Elddis Crusader Zephyr, underneath the seat on the far right hand side to start with, and you'll find the yellow drain down valve, which is just there. To fill the system, you'll have to make sure that is parallel with the floor. If you're going to run from the aqua roll itself, you'll need to make sure that is parallel with the floor. To drain the system down, you need to put that valve upright so it's pointing towards the bottom of the seat. At the back of the caravan, underneath the bed, you've actually got the onboard water tank. As you can see, all the lighting on to show everything is working all the way through the van. Underneath the seat at the back, you've actually got another water tank. Now to drain this particular water tank, or when you want to fill it, you need to make sure the valve is in the position it's in now. And to drain the system, you'd open this valve up and flick it over into the drain position. To fill it, what you do is you'd open all the taps up. This is any of the water system on board the van. You'd open up all the taps on board the caravan. Now in theory, I should have water coming through to all the taps already. You can see at the moment we have water coming through everywhere. So again, the rest of the taps on board the van, you'd open them all up on the hot side. It may spit and splatter for a moment just for the fact that it's only just been turned on. But hopefully in a moment you'll see the water steaming from where it's getting warm. Trying to get an angle on that so you can see it. Actually see the water system hot already there. But what you do is to fill the system, like I said, you open up every tap on board the caravan, the one in the bathroom, the one on the shower, and the one on the sink in the kitchen. You then come over to your control panel just here, and if you want to fill the onboard water tank, you put it up to internal, and as you can see, it will start filling up here. Take a little while to fill up from the aqua roll, so I'm not going to fill that completely. Then if you want to run from the external tank, just from the aqua roll itself, you'll put the switch in the downward position. Now whichever way you run it, you need to make sure that the water is coming out of all the taps completely before you start warming the water system. So you'd always make sure that it is completely full on the water system so that it is ready to go. Once you've done that, you can come to the Elddis control panel just above the door, next to the door. As you can see, we've got power coming into the van, and it's 13.5 volts of power at the moment that's coming in. On this screen, you've got your room temperature at the top, so you've got plus and minus to set your room temperature. Below that, you've got your water on and off, so you've got water on and water boost. Below that, you've got your option to select what power supply you've got coming into the caravan. So for instance here, running at 1 kilowatt at the moment, you can go 2 or 3 also. And below that, you've got your option to run the system, the caravan on gas. To ignite it, simply, when it's blue, simply hit the button, it will go green and it will self-ignite on gas. You have got some other options in here, but if you go through the manual, it explains all of these in more detail. So temperature, up and down, water temperature on or off, power coming into the caravan, so 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts, and then your option to run gas at the bottom. Going over to the fridge next, just so you can see the fridge is working. Got power on, mains power, gas on the fridge, so that will self-ignite on gas. It will start clicking away, it will kick in, which it already has done, already ignited. I can hear the clicker turn off. On mains or gas, you control the temperature on the button on the right hand side, as you can see here. And if you're towing down the road and you want to use the fridge as a cool box, which it won't do at the moment because we're not connected to a car, as you can see, you can then put it onto 12 volt mode, so it chills the fridge as a cool box. Microwave in this caravan, slightly different. Eco microwave to get it to wake up. Hit the eco button and the microwave will come on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the water systems now and just drain all the systems down. To turn the control panel off, press the button and that will turn the heating and hot water off. Underneath the seat, down in the far side, just going to go undo the valve. That's the water system draining down. Underneath the seat at the back of the caravan, again underneath the bed, sorry, again you'll just open up the valve on the water tank into the opposite position to what it was, and that will start draining down the full water system on board the van. Go to the cooker next to show you everything working on the cooker. So as you can see, one ringlet. You need to hold in the valve for a few seconds if you haven't had it running on gas for a while, just so it allows gas to get through and allow the thermocouple to warm up. So I'm just going to put the camera down for a second so I can get everything ignited. As you can see there, all 3 rings working. The electric ring, you can only see the red light, obviously I can't show you the heat coming out of that, but it is working. Go to the grill next, and we'll ignite the grill. As you can see there, all ignited and working as it should. And then the oven in the bottom there, in a second you'll see it ignite up in the back there. As you can see, everything is working on gas on board the van, and the light switch also is just on the top there. Drain down the water system, so that's all done. Next up, in the bathroom, electric flush for the toilet on board this van, so you can press the button. It won't work at the moment because there's no water in the system now because I've just drained it all down. In the centre of the toilet, you've got your waste flap. Again, you open up with the grey waste handle at the bottom, so you push the valve outwards or away from the up towards the wall, and that'll allow the waste to go in the toilet cassette at the bottom. Always make sure you open the flap before you use the loo. It's not like a household toilet where you've got water sat in the pipe system or in the piping at the bottom. Bed in the bathroom, in the bedroom, sorry, pulls out so it can extend. Then the back piece of cushion there, or the back piece of mattress there, drops down flat, so it allows the bed to be a complete double bed. When you're travelling though, make sure it's pushed in and locked in place. The same as the door straps, always make sure they're into place. And when you are towing down the road, any weight that you've got, awnings for instance, put the awning over the axle and any other weight further forward of the axle. And I wouldn't advise leaving too much weight in the cupboards up top. When you're travelling down the road, even your plates etc, I advise removing them just so, and putting them down lower, just so there's no weight up high, for instance, so they don't fall out of the cabinet. That's about it. So this, like I said, this is an Elddis Crusader Zephyr. If you have any questions on the van at all, please don't hesitate to give us a call and we'll be more than happy to help. Thank you very much. Bye bye.